What up, what up, what up, Hype Squad? It's your boy Lucrecio coming at you with another video. And if you're new, welcome to Exceed the Hype. And as always, to join the Hype Squad, click that subscribe button, alright? So, today's video is what should we expect from Isaiah Thomas. So, the news hit Twitter today, right? Woj posted it. MC10 posted it. That the wait is officially over. Isaiah Thomas is back tomorrow versus the Portland Trail Blazers will most likely start. And that just got me to thinking, what are we going to get from Isaiah Thomas? So let's think about last year, right? Isaiah Thomas, who was already, considered one of the better players in the NBA, was an all-star multiple times. But he really captured the hearts of America last year, right? Because the guy, he played through everything. He played through everything you could imagine last year. So he got injured on a play in the season with Karl Anthony Towns or whatever. Everybody was saying he got hurt in the playoffs. He didn't get hurt in the playoffs. He got hurt during the regular season in that Karl Anthony Towns play. All right. He played a portion of the season with that hip injury. All right. He got to the playoffs. He led his team to the playoffs. He led his team to the first number one seed in the Eastern Conference. And he had a tragedy with his sister, and he still played through it anyway. He didn't miss a game. He didn't miss a minute. He played through it anyway. He got his tooth knocked out. He played through it anyway. He played through whatever anyway. It was until finally in the Eastern Conference Finals where they played against the Cavs, and the Cavs were blowing them out by 40 points on their home court and stuff like that. He re-aggravated the injury. That's when he finally sat out. But the guy played through everything last year. So, despite that commitment to the team, Boston did not want to pay him. The rumor is it's because of his size and it's because of his age. They didn't want to extend a max contract to somebody who was about to hit 30, and then somebody who was, potentially injury prone or potentially wouldn't come back and be the same after that hip injury. So Boston came up with the idea that they would go ahead and swap him for a player who in many people's eyes is very similar in Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving's a little bit bigger, so people assume that he can do, a little bit more defensively when he's engaged. And ultimately, so far this year, Kyrie Irving has proven that that he can actually play defense. For a while, he was leading the NBA in steals, and he's just looked more interested on the defensive end of the basketball this year. So kudos to Kyrie for that. But the Cavaliers were able to get IT3 in a trade along with Jay Crowder, Zizic, and the Brooklyn pick, who, a lot of people are always constantly have their mind on what's going to happen with that Brooklyn pick, what number is it going to be in the draft? Are they going to trade it? Are they going to get Trae Young? Are they going to get, who are they going to get in the draft with that pick? So that's where we are currently, right? So I personally believe that Isaiah Thomas marriage with the Cavaliers may work better than even the Kyrie Irving. And this is why. In my opinion, Isaiah Thomas knows his identity in the NBA. He knows and he's comfortable with the player he is. He knows he's a scoring guard. He had an interview yesterday where he said he was trying to pass the ball and, kind of play make a little bit, and the team was kind of yelling at him. It's like, hey, be yourself. We want you to be the scorer that you are. We want you to play basketball the way you know how to play basketball and be the most effective. And I think for Isaiah Thomas, that's great because that's what he wants to do. I feel like he wants to go out there and get buckets. He wants to get 25 a night. He probably is not not really that interested in trying to get 10 assists or whatever. He wants to get the points. He wants to get buckets. He wants to put teams under. And I can appreciate that because that's exactly what the Cavs need. And in my opinion, because Isaiah Thomas isn't necessarily interested in being a true, quote-unquote, true point guard, I feel like that will make the marriage between him and, LeBron James as ball handlers on the court or whatever even better because he won't mind having to share that playmaking duty with LeBron. One thing Kyrie Irving did say in interviews is that he didn't like not having the ball. I believe he probably had the ball 40% of the time or whatever, probably closer to 50 or whatever when when he played with LeBron, and he didn't like that. He said he wanted the ball in his hands the majority of the game because he's a true point guard. Those were his words, right? Even though Isaiah Thomas does handle the ball a lot, I don't believe they'll have trouble in the same way and trying to like live with each other, basically. Because I feel like Isaiah Thomas, when he gets the ball, he's going to be pushing, he's going to be taking quick shots, he's going to be doing what he does on the court. And when LeBron has the ball, he's going to be doing what he does, which as a playmaker, he's a brilliant basketball mind, so you always want him as one of the primary playmakers on the court. So I feel like it'll work with Isaiah and LeBron or whatever. Another reason why it'll work with Isaiah, Dan Gilbert loves Isaiah Thomas. A lot of people may not know that, but Dan Gilbert absolutely loves Isaiah Thomas's game. It was written that the Cleveland Cavaliers drafted Felder. Remember Felder, the little guy they had from Oakland University or whatever the case. He was like 5'8" or whatever. He was drafted basically by Dan Gilbert. Dan Gilbert put pressure on the GM at the time to go ahead and draft him. The reason why is because he felt from watching him that he could be the new Isaiah Thomas or a similar player to Isaiah Thomas because of his speed and because of his shooting ability and stuff like that. He was so enamored with Isaiah Thomas that he went out and tried to draft somebody who was similar or whatever. Now we all know Felder is kind of starting to wash out in the NBA, so it didn't work out. But that's how much Dan Gilbert loves Isaiah Thomas. So now that Dan Gilbert actually has Isaiah Thomas on his team, he's going to do everything it takes to keep him, right? And that means paying him. I think the Cavaliers have the best chance of really offering. It probably still won't be a max because I don't even know if they have another max to offer. But I think the Cavaliers will offer him probably the most money that he'll be offered on the market. Right? Because the owner loves him. If they're successful, that's going to be another factor. If he plays well with LeBron, it's going to be another factor. Right? But the Cavaliers will pay. The Cavaliers have paid Tristan Thompson. They've paid J.R. Smith. They've paid Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert makes upwards of $10 million a year. They pay everybody. So, of course, Isaiah Thomas is next in line. And that Brinks truck is going to be backing up to a Ohio address, basically. Another reason it'll work is the Cavs. You can see it in the way the Cavs play right now. The Cavs need that scoring punch. They're missing that scoring punch from that point guard position. They're winning games, right? They just had a little streak recently or whatever. They're winning games. They're sliding a little bit, but they're winning. But if you notice, they have not blown. It doesn't seem like they blow teams out very often this season. It's because they're missing that scoring punch. They're missing 25 points a game. They're missing 29 points per game because they traded 25 points for 29 points. They're missing that. They're playing without having that third scorer or that second scorer, whatever you want to classify Isaiah Thomas as. So I feel like he's going to get in there. He's going to have that scorer's mentality. He's going to be able to get his buckets, and they're going to blow teams out the water. It's going to fit perfectly, in my opinion. All right, let's talk about where the Cavs are right now. They started slow, okay? Then they went on a 13-game winning streak when things looked good. Now, once again, most of those games were close contests. Like I said, they were not blowing teams out. It was not the most dominant winning streak we've ever seen. They did a lot with defense, which is crazy when you talk about the Cavaliers, but they did a lot. A lot of that had to do with their defense. A lot of it had to do with D. Wade pushing that second unit to playing at their, potential or whatever. But they won 13 games in a row. Recently, they slided. Okay, they're currently on a 4-game losing streak, and I feel like that still works to their advantage because what better time to work in a new piece as big as Isaiah Thomas than in the middle of a losing streak? In a winning streak, it's tough because you hope that you just continue to win, but if it messes up something that you had going, that's gonna be something in the back of people's minds. But the fact that they're on that 3 or 4 game slide right now, and Isaiah Thomas is coming back, I feel like that's perfect. They can work out whatever kinks that they have from him coming back, the ball handling duties, the playmaking duties, who's going to be the secondary scorer, who's going to be the third scorer, whatever the case may be, they can work it out. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, they can work it out. It's the perfect time to get him in there, start getting him back in basketball shape, start getting him back into, that the flow and the rhythm of the game. And soon enough, we'll start to see this unit, this team, operate like a well-oiled machine. Or at least that's the dream, all right? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed this content, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And to join the Hype Squad, all you got to do is click the subscribe button. All right, see you next time.